Welcome to MegaNet Gaming. This is going to be the final review of the day, which is one that's quite tricky for me to review, given I have to set aside a lot of nostalgia, as well as respect for it being a one-man project, and really analyze this as a game in general. Can the game carry itself without my childhood memories of it? That game is Nitemare 3D. It is a first-person shooter that is a part of the Hugo series from the Hugo's House of Horror, the Hugo House Horror Adventure games. This was designed by one man, David P. Gray, and was published by Accurate Research Incorporated. It's a game of the general style of early games of the time, including Wolfenstein 3D, Catacomb 3D, and others. There's 4 episodes in this. There's lots of puzzles and a variety of 4 weapons, which include a plasma gun, magic wand, pistol, and auto repeat plasma gun. So basically 3 different weapons, all of which work against different minions in the game, and then the 4th one is just a variation of the first one. Yeah, magic blasts, which are useful against magical creatures, but it's of no use against robots. Vampires take heavy damage from silver bullets, but shrug off the plasma gun. Tons of secret panels, and some of these, there's actually a few parts of the game where there's puzzles to solve where it's very easy to ruin a previous save if you don't understand how the puzzle works. Lots of cryptic style puzzles, more so than just being difficult. So let's go ahead and pull up the game. And keep in mind this is a 1994 DOS release. It was also developed for Windows 3.1 later on, making it one of the first games to utilize there's a certain set of libraries it used, or a certain subsystem of Windows it used, making it one of the first things to actually use that subsystem. Now you can actually purchase Nitemare 3D today. It is not so-called abandonware. And that is from jigsawgalore.com. If you want to purchase the game, it'll set you back, I believe, $10, which includes both the Windows and DOS version. Oh, $12, I take that back. It includes cheat modes, map browser, and a 30-page answer book in PDF format. The problem with the Windows version is they are designed for 32-bit. It will not work in 64-bit natively. However, the DOS version will work in DOSBox on either 32 or 64-bit systems. So let's go ahead and get the game loaded up. The music is fairly simple, but it kind of sets the tone that you're going into. It's kind of like playing a B horror movie in first-person shooter form, but it's a bit toned down as well, so it wouldn't be too unreasonable to have a kid playing this. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate the levels. There's 3 episodes, not 4. My mistake. We'll go ahead and do it on the lowest difficulty setting. Apparently you can use a controller for this, but it doesn't seem to quite work right in DOSBox. And I never tried it when I had the original. Now the graphics are simple, but considering this is a one-man job, See it right there's a secret. Right at the beginning. Now turn around, you wouldn't have found whatever this is. There's one of the monsters. There's not a lot of blood, there just is kind of explode. Eyes are used for certain powers in the game. Part of the problem with the game, it suffers from an even worse version of the Catacomb 3D issue, or Wolfenstein 3D to an extent, where you're just kind of running along walls, pressing the action key to find a secret. But yeah, the graphics are simplistic, but have a lot of charm to them. And it's nice to see a game that's done in a different style than your typical first-person shooter of the time, whether it be Wolfenstein or Doom. Movement is slow, so you have to kind of consider your actions ahead of time. Once you understand the level layout, it's not too bad. Now at the end, I think it's the end of the first episode, you actually have to lead a bat or some other creature to the end of a hallway to a chute before you go down in order to complete the puzzle. And I am out of ammo. That's one thing about this game is you want to conserve your ammo, or else you could end up in a state where you can't finish a level. There isn't a fallback weapon either. That's what happens when you die. So Nitemare 3D, it's a blast from the past. It makes it difficult reviewing a game like this when it's a one-man project. Because had this been created by a AAA developer back then, at least back then's equivalent of a AAA developer, I'd be being a lot more harsh on it. But it's still a good game in its own right. Well, an average game for the time. If you enjoy classic first-person shooters that are very heavy on the puzzle elements, then this is definitely a game to check out. I'd say it's slightly worse than the Catacomb 3D series. As far as the gameplay goes, it's pretty identical, but the cryptic puzzles do hurt the unique aesthetic of the game. As far as rating this on our reviews, I would say it's an average game. So roughly a 5 out of 10 type game. Like I said, if you enjoy this style of game, definitely check it out. And please like, subscribe, and have a great day.